town has a ghost story that's been passed down through the generations. But what if those legends were true? My name is Miranda Young, and I'm the Ghost Biker. Hey everyone, happy Thursday night. Happy first Ghost Biker Garage of the new year of 2026. I hope everyone's 2026 is off to a wonderful start and that everyone is happy, healthy, and well. I know I am so excited to be back here kicking off a new year with some great guests and a great show. Thank you guys so much for bearing with us last week. Last week's guest had to unfortunately reschedule. We started the year off great with Jake Fife on our first episode there, and then last week we were supposed to have David Dower, but unfortunately his I believe his children had gotten sick with the flu that's going around here, so he had to reschedule. We've got him scheduled for the end of the month, and so on with another great guest this week. We were going to do a live investigation tonight, but I don't know about y'all, but it is extremely cold here. Brandon and I were just talking just before we went live here, and it is 18 degrees here with a feel of 13. So a little bit cold to go down and do a live investigation there. But just want to say hello to the folks over here in the chat room. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. We've got Miss Sonia Thompson here from The Walking Dead. Hello, my friend. Thank you so much for watching. And of course, we've got Brandon from Shaman Sundays, who's in backstage and in the chat room there. We're going to get to him here in just a few minutes. Mr. Daryl Paulette there with Clover Hill Village and Bedford Paranormal. I hope you guys are kicking off the new year with some great events and stuff planned up at that wonderful village. I know we got to have you back on to talk about the Appomattox Courthouse, the Appomattox Jail, and talk about some of the great things you all have planned there as well. We've got Kim Brady on here, Miss Nancy Weems. Hello and good evening to you. Let's see. We have the Dream Interpreter, Miss Dee Dee, on here. We had her on just before Christmas there. Hope you guys go back, and if you didn't catch that episode, I hope you will go back and check it out. We talked about all things dreams and her 30-day dream mapping journal. Great show. Let's see here. She says that it's too cold. It was 80 there today. Wow, I'm totally envious of your California weather out there. Enjoy that, definitely, for sure. Nancy says she has a toothache, but she'll be listening. Well, thank you for watching us. Hopefully that will subside soon. Sally's trying to reach around the computer here. Hopefully she won't knock that over. James Brady. Let's see. You sure about having the gnome on my show? Hey, I am excited. We've been catching up a little bit before the show here, and I can't believe it's been a little while since I've had him on. And we'll talk about all that here in a few minutes. Mr. Ronnie Anderson, there from Bedford Paranormal and EnigmaCon, that's going to be coming up here very soon. And Jack Nash. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you have a question for myself or my guest tonight, please feel free to put that over in the comments section. I do want to, let me pull this up right here. Let me pull before I get Brandon on the show. So I do want to talk just briefly. Again, new year, a lot of great things going on. Of course, here at the jail, we are on our January hours where we're only open on Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. But even though we are only, and that's just for the daytime tours, We do still offer paranormal investigations, flashlight tours, and guided ghost hunts all throughout the season. Let me just maximize that right there so you can see it better. Yeah, so the cool thing that we're offering right now, we offer this every year. It's extremely popular. We offer extended hours during the what we call the dark months up until the time changes on March 8th. So if you book a 6.5 hour paranormal investigation at either the jail or at the Village of Historic Rugby from now until March 8th, if you book it for any of those days, you will get an 8.5 hour investigation. So you're getting 2 extra hours for the price of the traditional investigation that we have at the jail and at Historic Rugby. We've had several teams take advantage of that so far, and it's you get the jail or rugby from 7:30 to 4 a.m. And that again, that will go through those extended hours there during the busy time. I mean, excuse me, during the dark hours during our slow time. We will. Whoops. I hate how StreamYard has changed things. And so all you have to do is go on and book. We are also offering daytime paranormal investigations. We'll be releasing a poster on that on the days that we're closed. So you can either take advantage of that at the Village of Rugby or at the jail and do a daytime investigation. Both of those locations are just as active during the day as they are at night. We don't have the extended hours offered for that, but we are offering daytime investigations. And so we've had a few people reach out over the years interested in doing that. The guided ghost hunt and the flashlight tours, those are offered a little bit earlier since it's still getting dark kind of early right now. So we're trying to take advantage of that and take advantage of the time while we are closed, offering a little bit more of our after hours tours for that. So if you are interested, you can either go to our Historic Scott County Jail Facebook page or the Historic Rugby After Dark Facebook page, or you can visit, let me just pull it up here, historyhighwayshaunts.com, and that will take you to our main site, and you choose if you want to go to the jail or go to rugby, and we've got all of our information on there, and you just book from there. So we are also offering at the Village of Rugby, we are offering our nighttime tours during the day. So because they are closed up until mid-March, so you can take one of our nighttime tours during the day if you have a group of 4 or more people. So if you have any questions about that, please feel free to reach out to us. You can do that. I'm running the number across the bottom of the screens. You can call us at 423-663-5353, and we will definitely get back with you and get you all that information, get you booked. So I know dates are kind of filling up a little bit. We do have our dates for our private paranormal investigations already out on the website. We have that through the end of August, and then we'll be opening through the remainder of the year in February. So a lot going on, even though we are closed there. So I do want to go ahead and let's see here, making sure I've got everything queued up. You step away from the show for a minute and everything changes when it comes to StreamYard here. I do also want to pull up, because we were talking about the last time I had Brandon on the show. It has been a few years. I do want to point out, please go back and watch some of our past episodes. We've had some amazing guests on the show throughout the years. And just kind of scrolling through here, popped up on my memories. Actually it was last week when it popped up. We've been doing the show here, Ghost Biker Garage, for 5 years. And throughout that time, we've had several hundred guests on. Up until last year, didn't miss a week. And so a lot of great people, a lot of great content, a lot of great authors, podcasters, investigators, location owners that are working really hard in the community, and they've got a great story to share. So if you go to the Ghost Biker Explorations YouTube page, and I've got it all broke down. You can either go to live or you can go to the playlist section. I've got all of the stuff under the Ghost Biker Garage playlist there. So check that out. You might find somebody new to follow or somebody new to subscribe to. So, anyways, I just want to make sure to point that out. Can't believe it's been that long, and so we're gonna maybe revisit some of those guests, put out some short clips and stuff of some of those folks to promote what they're doing and such. So, anyways, now I think it's time. We bring on the one and only, the legendary gnome himself, Brandon Cooper. Hey, Brandon.
Call me Ishmael. No, okay. Hey, how are you? It's been forever.
It has been busy. I've been seeing some things going on, some exciting things. I know we try to chat every now and then whenever we get a few minutes, and I always love seeing.
And that never happens anymore, by the way. We never get a free minute. It's usually you send me something or I send you something. A month later, we'll respond. Hey, James Brady. I'm sorry to disappoint the Bradys. Yeah, it's me on the show. I know if you just wanted to watch me, you'd have told me to come over, but here I am.
That is true. Hey, Mona. Hey, Jolly. Thank you guys for tuning in. And Ronnie, you are right. It has been 2 years. This past January, you were, I think, my first guest of 2024. So I can't believe here we are already in 2026. And it's just hard to believe.
Jack Nash, if you're out there still watching, hey, buddy. Jack is a Marine Corps buddy of mine, and I'm gonna say, dude, are you the sheriff now? Or he's with the sheriff's deputy in Florida somewhere, like doing the Lord's work, but he may be sheriff by now. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, Jack.
Nice. Well, just in case, I think most people on here know you, but just in case they don't, because I know we do have a few other people on here that are kind of new viewers. If you would, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself and some of the things that you're involved in.
Yeah, sure. My name is Brandon, and I'm an alcoholic. I'm sorry, wrong meeting. My bad. My bad. I'm so used to that.
Hey, just lay it all out on the table.
I'm just gonna, I'm an open book. So, I guess quick synopsis. I'm a former Marine, Operation Iraqi Freedom, OIF veteran, 03, and various other times. I've been in the paranormal field 30 years, roughly. I started, like most people, I saw my grandpa, and he was in my room, but he was dead. And I'm like, how is my grandfather here? And then that just sort of lit fire from a passion to now, from a hobby to a passion to a life choice, I guess, now to study the paranormal, but all because my grandfather, he was there. I know he was there. And now I'm going to try to prove that it's real. So I don't know. I've been doing that. I'm a shaman. I've got ties with the Eastern Band of the Cherokee Nation. I've been doing herbal medicine and healing ways. I guess since I was born, I didn't know that was being taught by my great-grandma, but I was being taught by my great-grandma. So I guess that's about it. Sometimes I'm on the local news. Sometimes I'm wearing a Ghost Biker hat on the local news. Sometimes I'm not. I did that once.
You did, and you weren't arrested, which is good.
And I wasn't arrested. No. This was something good at that time.
I know I always say, anytime you're wearing the Ghost Biker logo on you there, you don't need to be committing any crimes.
Don't do it.
Exactly.
Or do it. I mean, who knows? It might get a bunch of clicks.
Hey, no publicity is bad publicity, right?
That's right. You should hand out a bunch of get out of jail free cards whenever you do your tours. So that way, just
I mean,
tell
I've
them.
got a jail, so
I mean, you know, do a have the guy lock somebody up and make them pay to get out. Donate
they
to your local animal shelter.
they did that with the Shop with a Cop program here a couple
Oh, that's good.
times. Yeah, yeah. They arrested a bunch of local folks, and people had to come bail them out for the Shop with a Cop program.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah,
And to
yeah.
answer Kim Brady, I've only been a princess. Well, how long have I known you guys? Because I became a princess the day that I met you, Kim. And ever since then, I have been a pretty little princess gnome. So that's that. I like history. I like historical things.
Yeah.
So I'm retired military. So I spent a lot of my time volunteering at Haygood Mill Historic Site down in Pickens, South Carolina. Here,
Yes.
kind of like the entrance to the fun motorcycle hills. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you. So, but it's got a mill that still works. It's been around since 1790. Well, okay, so the road that's in front of the mill, we can at least date to 1790 because we got a picture of it. But
Okay.
and just to give you what was going on in the world in 1790, Beethoven hadn't even written his Sixth Symphony yet. So this road was being used while Beethoven was still alive and still writing.
Wow. Okay.
We got 3 cabins on the property. They are all period. They have been moved. Now that's a nice overview. Look at that.
Yeah.
What? I need to go to the website more often.
Yeah, they've got a nice website.
The mill actually it runs. You can get grits and you can get whatever you want. Stone ground. The water wheel still works. The mill was built in the early 1800s. The one that you see now.
Okay.
Which is right there in the back, and it still works. And it's super haunted in there. I don't know if James and Kim can tell you, but there's always activity around the mill, like the mill stone itself. No matter when we go in, I think you experienced a little bit.
I did. That was one place that I did not get to investigate during just because of time. Didn't get to investigate. We did go in there, but didn't do it on my show. And just the few minutes that we were in there preparing to go live, there was a few things that happened. Do you think the running water and stuff, the fact that it's still in operation, is part of what kind of makes that part so active?
So I've been asked that a lot about Haygood Mill, and I've sat and thought about it. And I think there's 2 factors to why Haygood Mill is so active. Well, 3 really, but 2 main ones. One is the love and care that everybody that works there and volunteers there. We love that place. That is our home. We put all of our love into maintaining it. Keeping the spirits happy. That's sort of become my job.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, everybody that works there, from the miller to the blacksmith, I mean, we keep it traditional to the time period.
Yeah.
And so all those trigger noises, every 3rd Saturday, we've got the mill or the blacksmith shop running and the leathersmith running. So it's constantly that period. And plus with it being so important to the Cherokee Nation, twice a year, there's a powwow there too. So yeah. And so this is inside our petroglyph building. That's some of the pottery and artwork that's been found in and around the mill. And inside the petroglyph building, we have the largest protected petroglyphs in at least South Carolina. Oh,
Wow.
it could be the southeast, but I don't want to go that far.
Yeah.
Oh, so you can actually come and you could get on the rock. Oh,
Mhm.
and you could touch the petroglyphs. Like you're touching, I don't know, that some estimates are 20,000 years old. There they are. There's the markings. Oh, and there's stories that go with it. That's Billy. That's our director. Oh, and everything's just right there, right
Yeah.
on a 50. It's 55 acres that we keep just for the historic site. Um,
Wow.
so I mean, there's so much to do. I recently opened up overnights.
Nice.
So like, and I try to keep it reasonable, and I'll it's $750 for up to 10 people. You get
Okay.
that from 4 p.m. close of business until 8 a.m. the next day. You've
Okay.
got all 55 acres, camping's included. Um, and I've got like golf carts. Like if you have somebody that's got disabilities
Mhm.
or mobility issues or whatever, don't worry, bring them out here because I'm gonna get them to any of our locations. I've got golf carts and stuff, and it's very very mobile friendly, pretty decently flat out
Yeah.
there. Um, so that's one thing I definitely want to open up to everybody. But it's easy. Just reach out to me for now until I get it up on the mill website. But it's a $200 deposit, non-refundable, and then that holds your date for wherever. And I mean, I got packages too. If you end up wanting to go the weekend, we can talk about different packages. But I think that's plenty of time to at least get your feet wet in the mill. And so that yep, there are two. These two cabins are up front, directly across from the mill. One was actually built by slaves. The other was built by Native Americans. So we can actually talk. I will tell you the difference in the architecture and the tool types and everything. So that, and I know why you brought this cabin up because I know what you're going to want to talk about, and I still talk about it on all the tours. But why don't you tell what happened in here because this was awesome.
Yeah, so if you've been following the show, this I did highlight Hey Good Meal in my season 6, which was the first season that we started doing everything live. And so we were that season we were covering museums, heritage or museums, heritage museums, as well as historic home places. And so Brandon was kind enough to, and the folks there at Hey Good Mill were kind enough to let me investigate there, and Brandon investigated with us on that one. And
Yeah, it was so much fun.
it was such a cool investigation that night because I think we went for about 4 hours, if not longer, that night just on the live, and that's not factoring in any other time outside of that. And in those two cabins, essentially what started out as just a simple flashlight, ovilus, and uh I forget what other tool we were using.
I think
Um,
somebody had dowsing rods.
yeah, I mean, we pretty much were running the gamut, but we just
Yep.
kind of started out just simply asking a few questions in there, and it turned out to be a pretty incredible, to me, mind blowing session. It
I
was,
think so.
yeah, we ended up. It was myself, Brandon, and my friend Tiffany, and we ended up playing flashlight poker, which was, to me, one of my all-time favorites. If I'm ranking my top 10 favorite, that one ranks in the top 5 because while the flashlights are controversial, and I know you yourself,
I can't stand the flashlight thing,
yeah,
but I'm gonna tell. But this is top tier. Like I can't explain it.
yeah, that's us. I mean, yeah, you can say things are random. There was nothing random about that session.
No, no. Go back and watch it on like Miranda was saying earlier. Go back and watch some of the old stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
because there's some that flashlight, and I'm not going to tell you why we decided to play poker. You're just going to have to pay me and come out and find out.
That's right.
But
That's
there's a
right.
reason why poker's. Anyway, you need to go watch it because it was amazing. And I told Miranda before we went live, I was like, I hate flashlights. It's stupid. Like, I turned into like a 4-year-old child. But boy, was I wrong.
And I've had a lot of people say the exact same thing about that. Flashlights for me is something that I've seen them do some pretty incredible things at newer investigated locations. And people can, explain how that works in some cases. But that's the beautiful thing about paranormal or the unexplainable,
Right.
is that there when it's nothing random, it's just, I don't know, that one leaves me speechless
There was
because
too many things that I could not call BS on.
yeah.
To call, like, there's nothing. I can't. I got nothing. I saw it with my own eye. We were there, standing there, and I saw it. Like, and I'm sure the viewers, when they watched it, that's kind of hard to believe.
Yeah.
But and you watched it live, but we were standing there. I got nothing. I don't know. It was amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I absolutely loved it. Dee Dee says that's amazing on the petroglyphs. I think they're fascinating. I saw some in person at Red Rock Canyon in Nevada. Well, that's cool.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
And the petroglyphs themselves, I mean, you can feel the energy just vibrating off of the rock itself. We didn't even get to investigate inside of there that night. The activity was so crazy. And what was it? I'm trying to remember. We had taken a break and I was filming some of the native artifacts inside there. And my camera, as soon as I was filming, I think I had like 40% battery. It just like that. As soon as I started filming. Yeah. Drained it completely.
There's a lot of people that have been to Haygood Mill and, have enjoyed it. It's very peaceful, but not a lot of people have been there after dark. And it changes 180, especially once you pass that bridge heading back to the Burdine cabin, where we do have elementals on property. Like, it completely changes. And the Appalachian rules. If you hear a woman holler your name, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
Well, let's ask James Brady, because I told him that. I was like, look, man, if you hear somebody holler your name, no, you didn't. And he looked at me like I was stupid. And then what happened 5 minutes later, James Brady? There it is. That lady said hello to us. Told you.
I'm gonna find. Let's see, because I was looking through. Some of these were my pictures from the Mill Paracon, and that was so fun. I was looking here to find. There's the no. That's those cabins.
Yeah, that's the one.
I believe I've got the Burdine cabin. Yeah,
and
there's the bridge.
So that's the and so that's the bridge looking from the Burdine cabin towards the petroglyph building. But once you cross that bridge, it's a different kind of dark back there.
And we experienced that night. There's the Burdine cabin.
There it is.
That night, part of the reason that we didn't or that the investigation went so long was because we got up there and we were having things knocking on the walls while we were inside there.
Yep.
It got kind of dark, kind of quick. And I don't believe it was because of the time that we were investigating that. It was wild just how the energy shifted when we went up there. And,
so we call the Burdine cabin, we call that the little people's house. Okay. Because we believe that we do have, so the Cherokee little people, I'm sure you've heard of them.
Yeah.
Well, we have them. I'm going to say we have them, and they live in the woods back at the Burdine cabin, and we all call it the little people cabin. So they cast a spell or do whatever they want back there at night, because when I tell you, it could be a full moon and it's pitch black back there. You really can't see. So Oh, Kim Brady. Yeah.
Let's see. She says, definitely changes after dark. I'm convinced there are elementals at the front of the property also. That's the only thing I can think of to explain what I saw last time we were there. Elemental or shapeshifter. Um, and that's so and that's what's interesting about the way we did with our live here. The original intention was that so we got there kind of early because it is a lot of a lot of ground
Yeah.
to cover.
Yeah.
And the goal was to go live at 9 and do at least a 2, if not 3-hour investigation. And then after we investigated, we were going to then go and film some after hours to get some extra footage. Now, I did put static cameras up, but because I kept having so much crazy battery drain, there wasn't time to charge everything back up to film and investigate. So we just basically, blew everything on the live.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it was a one-shot deal. We had cell phones going. I had a laptop set up in the petroglyph building just to make sure we didn't lose the live. It was, you know what? It's amazing what you can do if you need to make it done.
That's the truth. And, I really learned that season just how wonderful everyone that watches the show is, because, I'm an extreme perfectionist, and I'm the type of person that when you go to film, you have that, okay, we're going to set up and we're going to go to this area and then we'll take a break and we'll go here, and you spread it out throughout the night. But when you're live, anything and everything can happen. And I know that for us, it was like we lost service and we lost power, but there was still 30-40 people sitting there throughout the entire night, and they held on while we were gone, getting things set up, getting things fixed, getting issues done. So you're right. I mean, it happened. We made it happen. And I can't say enough good things about that place. We investigated there and Clover Hill Village, which, Daryl's on here too in that season. And honestly, I think that was very ambitious to decide to do both of those two large places for a 2-hour live.
Well, and I'll tell you, and I've had some overnights, and then James, Kim, and I, and a couple of people have, just done some private stuff down there. I've never done a full investigation of the entire place in one night.
See, I say the same thing about Rugby. Rugby is a village with at least, I think there's 6 or 7 locations you can investigate now in there in 6.5 hours. And, it's really hard and it's the same way at Haygood. It's really hard to cover all those places and to at least do justice. Because you'll think I'm going to say, don't plan it out when you go to Haygood. Don't say, this is what I'm going to do, because once you do that, I thought there was somebody whistling outside.
Did you
hear that?
Something. It looked like somebody walked behind you too. So,
well, it sounded like a whistle, and you know how they say in Appalachia, if something's whistling outside in the dark, don't. Definitely don't answer it.
But I like how you say don't plan. But I'm gonna throw one thing out at you, because plan this. Do you want to investigate the mill and the buildings, or do you want to investigate the property?
Yeah.
Because other than my little bit of doing what I'm by myself, nobody has investigated that property. And there's that is part of the original Buncombe Trail, which led the Cherokee from Lake Kiwi and areas all the way up to Asheville, North Carolina. So that was the original trading route, and nobody's investigated it because nobody can make it to the woods, because everybody gets stuck at the cabins or the mill. And if they even make it to the petroglyph,
Yeah.
Like, people are exhausted.
That's what I was gonna say when I was thinking, don't plan because you'll just disappoint yourself
Yep.
if, if you're trying to cover everything, because you just don't do justice, if you say, "Oh, I'm gonna spend," and try to hit everything. I think that's sometimes the worst thing that people will do is they'll go in somewhere because a lot of the time it takes sitting down and getting the place acclimated,
Yep.
for it to to do what it does. Do you think that that's intentional? Do you think that the land? I'm trying to think how to ask this. Do you think that it's intentional that people maybe don't make it to investigate certain parts because maybe the land sort of distracts, or something distracts to keep people from necessarily doing that?
So I'm going to say that's as good a theory as any.
Okay.
Maybe. Or maybe it's such a new paranormal location because nobody other than, people that work there had ever
Mhm.
investigated. Now we got people that are wanting to come and talk to people.
Mhm.
So it could be because, there's tons of spirits. There's everything from Native American wars against the Cherokee Creek and Cherokee happened there. There was slavery on this land, and the plantation was a mile away. All kind of things. So I don't know if it. I think it tries to keep people away from the bird eye at night.
Mm. Do you think that it's the elemental that's in there that does it because maybe they don't want to communicate, or do you think it's somebody else connected to the land or the location itself that is maybe protecting people that maybe shouldn't necessarily be experiencing the elemental that's there?
So I think it's more like it'll choose who it lets back there. Like, if you're not, like, I don't have a problem,
Yeah.
but I've noticed, like, if I try to take somebody that's not a really seasoned investigator,
Hmm.
it kind of starts slowing them down at the bridge.
Okay.
Like, you don't know what you're about to get into back here.
Hmm.
Oh, we do have a gentleman who was on our board of directors who, after the Paracon, I told him we were talking about the fire elemental that's back there, and he went back there and said something,
Hmm.
and he got his face burned. He still has the fingerprint of where the thing grabbed him and burned his face.
Oh, wow.
And this is not a paranormal enthusiast. This is a retired, oh, very credentialed individual who does not go around telling ghost stories.
Okay.
So, and that was back there by the Burdine. So,
Wow. I
I
think that
tried.
had
That's what I.
happened before I came.
Uh,
I feel like.
it
Was it?
was no, it was. Well, you were out there. You were selling because it was during the Paracon. Because
It was during the Paracon?
Becky
Okay.
Evans went back there with him. I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
He was just walking around, but I remember a week after the Paracon, he is when he told me the story, and you could still see where it was just peeling off of his face.
Wow.
Oh, but
Keep talking. I'm gonna plug my laptop in. My battery
yeah,
drained all of a sudden, and I thought I had it plugged in. So keep talking, and I'm
yeah.
gonna step over and plug this in. Hold on a second.
So we'll watch this little thing here. Become a friend of the mill. I don't know what that means, but come out and see it. I'll be out there with you guys when you come. I'll be the employee with the keys, but I'm not going to be all up in your face. I'll probably be hanging out somewhere, chilling while you guys investigate. But I give you the tour myself. Not that it's that big of a deal, but and I tell you all the fun facts that I've dug up around the mill, talking to the board of directors and the historical society, which I'm going to become a member of the historical society
Nice.
pretty soon. But I try to make it as easy as possible.
Mhm.
Um, plus you get access to the Burdine cabin that nobody else gets. Nobody's allowed to go inside because everything is period piece and it's antique. So I take you inside. I unlock the metal cage, and we actually go inside. You get to touch all the artifacts. You get to do the stuff.
Nice.
We can light a kerosene lantern in there or something. Oh, so yeah, you get unprecedented access, and you're gonna want to have to come back because there's so much to investigate. I promise you. I don't. Well, I guess I could promise. You may only get 2 locations investigated that whole night.
And that's not a bad thing when we're talking
Mm-mm.
activity.
Nope.
I mean, I could have spent much longer in those 2 cabins with what was happening. I mean, we didn't even make it into the grist mill. And
Yep.
then, and then we spent quite a bit of time at the Burdine cabin. And we also I had static cams running the entire time, I guess, up on the 2nd floor while we were down investigating. So yeah, I mean, that's okay if
Yeah.
you don't get that. But I'm with James. James posted on here. He said we need to camp out on the or camp out on the property this summer. Brandon, I know you and I had talked about that at one time.
Yeah.
That definitely need to go back, and especially because at this point it's been at least 2 years. So I need to make it back down there for sure.
And I've got even more stories, like actual stories of actual events that happened on the property that I've heard from the family members of the people. So,
Hey Lee.
oh,
Yeah, no, it's and that's what I love about you in this location is you have done so much history and research on this. Um, Everyone there is very invested in seeing this location become, even. I mean, it's really hard. These historic locations, getting people in and getting funding and all this, and so I love to see just from looking on the website there on Hey Good Meal, they've got classes, they've got tours now opening to the paranormal,
yep.
doing these different things to help get funding for these amazing museums. And not only that, but helping to get the word out about these places that maybe somebody might not necessarily think about going, but they're interested in the paranormal. So it just opens it up to a whole broader audience. So I'm really excited for you and for the meal and what you guys are doing.
Yeah, I mean, the board of directors and everybody after I did the Paracon, and I guess I got the trust. Then we
Yes.
started sitting and like this is a long time of getting trust between myself and the board of directors and the county administrators and everything to get this type of access after hours.
Yeah.
Oh, because you're just not going to get it, and you're not going to get it from any of the other employees because one, they're not going to stay out there that long.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they told me.
Mm-hmm.
So we get to have fun. We get to do whatever. We can play loud music for trigger objects out there. I mean, we're in the middle of nowhere.
Yes.
So we can have campfires out there. We can do. I mean, it's sky's the limit. If you have some sort of new technology that you're working on and you want to try it, I got outdoor spaces. I got indoor spaces. Come test and tune your stuff out here.
I tell you something I want to, and that's a great point. I tell you something I want to try there. I tried it at Octagon Hall, and it actually pulled out a lot of activity because same kind of situation. You got a lot of outdoor space to experiment and do some cool things with, and me and the guys that I was with, we actually sat outside the slave cabin and cooked food for the slaves in a little Dutch oven that we dug a little hole in the ground and actually did it, Dutch oven style there, and cooked for the slaves. And we actually got some pretty cool response doing that. And I think that'd be a neat
Oh, we can do that
experiments
right
too.
by the cabins.
Yeah,
Or, I
yeah.
mean, if I can get the right people, we could fire up the fireplace in the cabin and cook over the hearth inside the cabin.
Oh,
I mean, the fireplaces still work.
nice.
So, yeah, it's just as I kind of tell people, they're like, "Well, what kind of activity?" I'm like, "Well, what do you want?"
Exactly. Order up.
Yeah, like, come on. I don't even know what all's happening because I haven't even done the whole place yet.
Yeah. Okay, so just to recap that, if somebody is wanting to book there, they just need to reach out to you.
Yeah, just reach out to me on Facebook or any of the other ones. I'm co-hosting a new podcast called Radio Paranormal that's on Supernatural Inc. Network. Uh, so we have a face. You can get me if you're friends with Miranda and she knows you. She's got my contact info. Or shamansundays@gmail.com. Just email me and we can pick a date. I know the last weekend in March has already been booked, and I've got a couple more people. I think I have Haunting Angels.
Oh, okay.
I think they're talking about coming down, and then there's a couple other people. So just let me know, and I'll try to work with you because once I get it put on the schedule, then it's on the schedule. But right now, while I'm just working the bugs out, I can schedule it easy. So
Perfect. And it's always best to get in on the front end, especially a lot of investigators know that some of these places are, I mean, it's hard to get in on the ground of some of these places. And there's good and bad to it because sometimes they're not as established and, you may not, they've not had as many people. So sometimes the activity is quieter. Other times it's loud and proud because they know you're there to talk to them and they've all got stories to tell. So it's great to get in on the front end on that.
yeah, and plus, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't ever sugarcoat nothing. It's cheaper right now because once we get locked into something, that price is gonna go up.
That's true. That's
Oh,
true.
and at $750 for up to 10 people for on a 55-acre place, yeah, good luck
Mhm.
finding something like that
Yeah.
with camping and all. I mean, we got we got showers, we got everything. So,
Hmm. Yeah. As Lee says, before the spirits get sick and tired of the stupid human tricks.
right? I
I
mean,
know you say you're just kidding, but it's true. How many of these places that are established and I'm not throwing any locations under the bus, but there's several that, Waverly Hills and some of those, they're great to see, but just over investigated.
yeah, yeah,
Very much over investigated.
and I got lucky with again 55 acres. I don't know that it's going to get over investigated anytime soon because there's so many different places.
See, that's a good point. That's
And
a good
if
point.
I feel like a cabin has been overdone, then I shut that cabin down. Oh, what? We
Mhm.
still got 6 other locations to do,
Mhm.
plus the woods.
Well, and
So,
that's the cool thing about all the people investigating there is that it's never going to be something, it's never going to be the same.
yeah,
If you
no,
had somebody every weekend and because you've got so much space, not everybody is going to focus on the same spots. When people come here or go to rugby, they ask what the most active spots are. And my response is always, it depends. It depends on the energy you're coming in with, and it depends on what you want to focus on because sometimes a certain building or a certain level may be more active than the
yep,
others. And it may be that way for a month or two, but I can guarantee you that activity shifts. And it shifts, I think, with where people spend the most time at. Because sometimes the place they're spending the most time at, it shifts and it goes somewhere else.
and I'm going to give this tip, and I'm just on your show. I'm never going to say this again. So,
Exclusive, folks.
plan when you want to do your overnight. We have 2 powwows a year. The
Oh.
overnights are available directly after the powwow shuts down.
Hmm.
They're available directly after we do Celtic Christmases or banjo and bluegrass, or there's already going to be all that energy put in there. Why don't you piggyback on that?
Talk about a talk about a trigger item.
I'm just because I did it right after our last powwow.
Yeah.
I did an overnight, and oh my lord.
Yeah, I mean, I would say so because I know at rugby when they do different events, especially when they do their British tea or the British festival or any of the big gatherings that they have over there, it always, especially when they're doing something in the theater, it always seems like because when they're done, they're gone. And we have a lot of investigations after that.
Yep.
It's like somebody just lit a match to
Oh,
a gas flame there because it I would imagine I didn't even think about doing it after a powwow there.
yeah. So it's just it adds a new dimension. And again, how many different locations other than like rugby and
Mhm.
the mill can you say, well, I can go right after this huge live event that is going
Mhm.
to be a one massive walking trigger object.
Yeah.
There's not many places out there that'll do something like that.
Not really, and I think that's the advantage of a village or a big amount of acreage to cover. I think that
Mhm.
that actually really helps.
Oh, I
Lee.
saw Sonia Thompson on here, and I keep meaning to holler at her. Last time I saw her, we hung out,
Oh,
and we were
yeah.
at as the Queen of Falls and Stump House Tunnel in South Carolina. We hung out all day. We had a blast. We had just minimal ghost equipment with us, and we did a little impromptu hunt. You need to go up there with us
Ah.
because that place was nonstop. Ask Sonia. But anyway, those of you who haven't met Sonia, go out there and next time she's at an event, go meet her because I love her to death.
I'm gonna have her on my show talking about some of because she's got a new little vlog series that she does. I love these kind of boots on the ground vlogging that people do about talking. I know my business partner Christy does them. Sonia does them, just really highlighting these locations by going in and either spending the night at like a haunted hotel or going and visiting the cemeteries or places that's steeped in legends. So we're going to have Sonia on and talk about what she's doing with her vlog series here very soon as well. Lee asks, is there any Sasquatch activity?
Yes. And you can throw in UFO activity too, because
Okay.
and I mean you can talk to any of the board members. If you hang out there long enough, you're gonna see UFO activity too. I mean, it's kind of what do you want? Like really, seriously, what do you want? Like, come on, I got it. Apparently, like I find out something new that goes on there every time I talk to the board or the historical society. So, and I need people to come document this so people don't think I'm stupid.
Yeah. Well, that's what helps get the word out anyways, is the stories from the people who works there and then the people that go experience it. It just builds that, I don't want to say credibility, but it builds that space where people who are experiencing this that maybe aren't investigators have people to talk to. I hate to use the word safe space. I
I
hate
don't like it either, but I
yeah,
mean,
but it creates an environment where people that experience this stuff that maybe don't understand or don't experience or go looking for it, they've got somebody they can talk
oh, I
to.
know how to say it. It's a space conducive to sharing ideas.
Thank you,
You're
thank you.
welcome. I went to college. I promise.
I was gonna say I don't like to use that verbiage,
Uh,
but
yeah, I'm
uh,
not.
but yeah, so what I know we had just talked beforehand, one of the things that you and I kind of have bonded over time is Appalachian culture and
Yes.
some of the superstitions and stories from a man after my own heart, with that being here in East Tennessee, you being there in South Carolina. It kind of leads me in, you made an announcement on your page about something cool you've been involved in, a show that just dropped.
I'm glad you said that. I forgot all about that I was in a show.
All the celebrities say that. You
Like literally, I'm on a show for 10 minutes, y'all. But so it's the new reimagined Monster Quest on History Channel. So it's season 5, episode 2 is an active duty episode. So I'm the lead story on that episode. It's out streaming now.
Where's it streaming at?
I know you can get it on the History Channel app, and then
let me see if they've got
I think I sell it on Prime for like $2.99. Don't pay just to see me. Don't do that. But it's free somewhere. But like,
come on,
it's $2.99. I think you can get, and you'll get the episode. I think that was on Prime or wherever I saw it. It was at James's house. But just Google Monster Quest, the new season. The first episode was Cops and Cryptids. So Lee, I think, who was that asked about the Sasquatch activity?
Lee.
You're gonna want to watch the first episode.
There we go.
Yep, there we go.
Yep, and you can watch it right now. You can unlock it. Active duty. Looks like they got the stream history and HVault on there.
So I think HVault is that their app. I think.
Cops versus. There we go.
Yeah. So okay, there you go. And then so Friday the next episode drops. But I do want to give a shout out. Drops. Look at me sounding like I'm on MTV in the 90s. What is that? Hey, where's Kennedy? I'm sorry. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, go to bed. It's past your bedtime. But look. They did a really, really, really good on my story. They used AI and like not the AI that we're seeing like on YouTube and crap. This is good. And it's a story about what happened to me when I was in Saddam's palace right outside of the ancient city of Babylon.
Wow.
So, and then the guy at the end, Blaine Rohan, is in it, and he is part of that crew with Lee Triana Brown.
Yes.
So All Access Network, those guys. So he's on it. Lee Triana is on an episode, and then Gwen Johns from I think the producer of all that, she's on an episode. So check it out. There's a lot of people that run in this circle that are
History Channel on demand.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Y'all let me know what you think. I thought it was pretty good. Of course, I was nervous the whole time because, look, the creature that you see is exactly the creature that I saw. When I tell you I was on the phone with the executive producer time and time again, getting it right, it made me want to vomit when I saw it the first time.
Wow.
Because all the terror came back. So they did an amazing job. It's not one of those. I read some articles and people were like, I hope they don't do this crap where they just sort of do a reenactment and it's just stupid. No, they don't. They took my story and that's it. The way they edited it was correct. They didn't nothing out of sequence. So
wow, that's kind of unusual for a lot of the shows.
No. So I definitely want to say thank you to History Channel and Nomatica Films. Hannah, the director, she was amazing. Well, they were all Australian, so we had a really good time. I filmed in Seattle, so that was the first time I'd been to Seattle.
Okay. Yeah.
I won't go back, but I've been to Seattle. City tax is 25%. I had a heart attack.
Yeah, that's West Coast are the only states that I've not been to yet. There's only like 5 at this point I've not been to, and every single one of them, I really, really want to go, but
It's just expensive.
it's so
Like,
expensive. I don't want to. I don't want
I
to spend
can't.
my money in those towns. I don't want
Uh-uh.
to invest in them or spend any money in them because they're.
No, but I will tell you a little behind the scenes. Let's go ahead and break that fourth wall of the History Channel.
Yeah.
So they flew me out, and it was just supposed to be a turnaround. I was supposed to fly to Seattle, film in the morning, get on the plane that night, and fly back to South Carolina.
No kidding.
Well, so when I was in the Marine Corps, I got pinned down in a valley, and we were taking fire pretty bad. Well, I
Mhm.
called in an artillery mission, which is a danger close mission, which basically means I'm calling the artillery rounds on top of me.
Yeah.
Like, I can't get out of here. We can't save these people. Take me out with it.
Yeah.
Well, the dude that answered the radio and sent the rounds, I ended up meeting him like in a random chat, right?
Yeah.
A couple years ago. We talked on the phone. He remembered my voice. We got to talking. We've been talking for 10 years. Well, I asked the studio if they'd give me one more night in Seattle, and they said, yeah. And we got to meet face to face for the first time since he saved my life in Iraq. So,
Wow.
like,
Wow.
right? Like, so, when one opportunity, like, I never wanted to be on TV. I'm not a TV dude. Like, I have things to say. If you want to hear it, come listen to me and meet me face to face. I like to shake hands. I never wanted to be on TV.
Yeah.
But now, since I think history is owned by Disney, am I a Disney princess?
I think so.
Am I one of the 7 gnomes? I'm grumpy. But no, please check it out. Let me know what you guys think. I had never told that story to anybody other than my wife. So that was the first time that I had told it. And you can see during the interview, I'm in a flashback. I don't remember what I said.
Yeah.
The whole time I'm there. So it was
Wow.
pretty cool. So hopefully it's free. Y'all don't pay to watch it. Just wait till it comes out for free.
It'll definitely, I'm sure after the season drops, you'll be able to find it somewhere.
Yeah,
I would
but
say.
I mean, watch them all. The Monster Class, they're amazing. The new way that they're going with the show, I like it. But yeah, check it out. Check them all out. They drop every Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern. There's that drop word again.
Yeah, and Lee just said one was getting ready to start here in 5 minutes. So, yeah.
I wonder if that's my episode running again, or if it's Cops and Cryptids.
Could be.
Either way, I hear that the first one was great. I don't have history, so I wasn't able to watch it.
See, I don't have a TV at my house, which is to say I don't have a TV is not 100% true. I don't have cable or TV.
I got an antenna, and we got like Netflix for movies.
I don't even have internet. I broadcast my podcast off of my mobile Wi-Fi, and
apparently my episode is airing right now on the History Channel. Ladies and gentlemen, tune in to the History Channel so you can watch your friendly neighborhood gnome on TV.
We set that up.
Yeah, see, we knew it was happening. I already
have you on there.
I already called history. I got their number.
And that's one thing. I did get to check off Wisconsin last year. That was my first time in Wisconsin. And I wish I could have spent a little more time there because I absolutely loved while I was there. So I hope to go back here sometime soon.
And you know what? I think the last time you and I hung out, other than when I came up with James and Kim to investigate, was Deadwood.
I think that was before Deadwood, wasn't it?
Yeah, because we went to the Mount Rushmore together.
Yes.
So
I enjoyed that.
We need to remedy that. We're too close and life's too short not to hang out. I'll get up your way one of these days.
Or I'll get down your way.
Come on. Hey, let's get Sonia. Let's get whoever, and we'll just do a private meal overnight or weekend or whatever.
That sounds like a plan.
I'm good
And
with it.
Kim says, Brandon, you're her princess, not Disney's.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I actually know how to treat little children. Was that a slight at Disney? Sorry. Anyway, bye, Bob Iger. Bye bye.
But yeah, so your podcasts that you have. So like I said, Brandon is very, very go and catch his podcasts. Do you still have the Shaman Sundays
So
re-airs
I do
people can
go
watch?
to my YouTube at Shaman Sundays, and that is my catch-all. All the old episodes are on there, Shaman Sundays. Any episode that I produced is on there. There's a bunch of cool stuff to watch. Like old interview with Cindy Kaza is on there. I just rewatched that one the other day. That one was fun.
Yes.
I've cut some clips out of it. I mean, I've got probably some of your favorite celebs I've interviewed, from Johnny Zaffis to Sarah Lemos to Cindy Kaza to some dude named KD Stafford that was on some show. We don't even know about that guy. So,
well, and
yeah,
that's the thing. That's what I was gonna say before is, I mean, Brandon has some great guests on there. He's got great stories. If you like Appalachian, paranormal celebrities, different, I mean, equipment. I mean, just it ranges the gamut. You can spend a lot of time binge watching episodes here just of Shaman Sundays.
Well, and that's kind of my, and it's, I don't really promote it because that's kind of what my legacy. I put anything there because they don't delete it after 30 days.
Yes.
So any like stuff that I like, I put there. So I mean, there's all kind of different stuff. There's a 2-hour episode on using the scientific method in your investigating with
Nice.
Paranormal Research Institute. I mean, all kinds of stuff. So
I love that. And, I think that, I mean, right now, especially while we're stuck inside in the cold and planning investigations and all that,
Yep.
it's a great time to binge watch some of these past episodes of Shaman Sundays, of Ghost Biker Explorations. You can put them on your headset or just stream it over speaker and just listen. You don't have to watch, but just listen to some of these episodes.
I've also got Veteran Voice Radio. That's my nonprofit.
Yes.
That'll be a podcast for another time, but just check us out at veteranvoiceradio.com because there may be a fall concert series in the upstate of South Carolina coming this year.
Okay. We do have the links to those on in the show notes there, but I'm gonna pull that up as well. Veterans Voice Radio, and thank you for all that you do for the veterans, because I mean, that's again one of the things we worked on together when we were out in Deadwood, getting to be a part of that. And like I said, you're constantly on the news talking about different things that you guys have done. So not just thank you for your service, but thank you for all that you currently do, because I just feel like we don't think enough about our veterans and what they go through.
Well, first of all, thank you for being somebody worth serving. And second of all, I don't understand. Like, I don't want to say this, but I'm going to.
I'll say it.
It's easier to worship a veteran than it is to fix them. Just saying.
That's true. That's true.
Keep an eye. There's some things coming out next week about the VA that's actually very, very good. So something's being done. But instead of saying thank you for your service, you guys out there, why don't you find a legit nonprofit? Like, do your homework. Mm-hmm. Like a nonprofit, it don't have to be Veteran Voice Radio. Anything. Mm-hmm. Operation Encore is a really good one. And donate to these organizations that are actually boots on ground and saving lives. Yeah. Like Wounded Warrior Project, they got money. Yeah. But find you a local little American Legion or something, and
Mm-hmm.
give them $20
Mm-hmm.
or volunteer for something. Truly help them out.
That's 100% true. Yeah. Because I know, nothing all made me would make me tear up more whenever, we would be somewhere either at, when my dad was alive, and we would be at church or at an event where they would have the veterans stand up, and seeing my dad stand up. He served, he was stationed over in Germany during the Cold War and was in intelligence there. And seeing that and seeing the pride, because I know how hard that was, and he joined and then re-enlisted, because being from this area,
Right.
people were so poor, and that was the only way he could go to school, and seeing that, where he went in and then re-enlisted, for that reason, and then all of his brothers that served, and my grandpa, and all of those. So, to me, nothing makes me well up more with pride, is seeing those old veterans stand up with pride for serving their country. And I 100% agree that the smaller ones are really what goes a lot further in helping.
Yeah, and somebody mentioned the Fallen Outdoors. That's a really good one. I know them boys at the Fallen Outdoors. I've interviewed them
Mm,
before. That's a really really good one. They take disabled
nice.
veterans out hunting and I think fishing. Um, Matter of
Nice.
fact, I will be reaching out to them soon because I want to go shoot something, an animal, to
Yeah, be
eat.
careful what you say.
Boy, I had to bring that out real quick. Like you and me, we know what I'm talking about. But no, golly. Hunting for sport, an animal. God. Well, we're going to the Facebook jail together.
Right? You just had to do it on my show, didn't you?
Well, hey, at least I waited toward the end.
That's true. That's
Hopefully,
true.
yeah, hopefully the censors quit watching by now. They're like, nah, he's not going to do anything. And all
My
you guys popping up and saying you see me on Monster Quest, thank you guys for watching that.
Yeah, how cool is that?
That's so cool. Like I was struggling to even watch my episode. I had to find somebody that had history. So, and now I'm on a podcast and people are like, hey, I see you. So somebody just said they saw the picture of the young me. Well, there's a hand on my shoulder. So here's behind the scenes. That's Gary Sinise's hand.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they had to cut him out because they couldn't get permission to show him. So this weird hand that's on my shoulder, that's Gary Sinise. So
it's not Cousin It.
That's not Cousin It. That's scary.
Well, Brandon, this has just been wonderful. Is there anything we've left out on? So we got Veterans Voice Radio, we've got Shaman Sundays, Monster Quest, the Mill,
Monster Quest,
Supernatural Inc.
Yeah, Paranormal Task Force. Check out Paranormal Task Force. We are an event company out of the Midwest, and we've got several events coming. We've got Pythian Castle. We're doing Pythian Castle 3 times. We've got Old Cowtown in Kansas. We've got the Kansas Aviation Museum investigation coming up. We got a couple towns. Just go to paranormaltaskforce.com and also on Facebook. Tickets are on sale. I'll be at some of them. Like if you want to be there with me, reach out. I'll tell you which ones I'll be at. But so Supernatural Inc. KD Stafford just took over as CEO of PTF, Paranormal Task Force. So, and a lot of the people that you see on Supernatural Inc.'s shows, they'll be out there. Julie Couch, that will be out there. A bunch of the hosts will be there, different ones. But, KD should be at all of them. So if you want to hang out with the paranormal mad scientist, Katie and his wife, Katie, will be there at all of them. I will be there at a select few. So
Nice, nice. Well,
Oh,
as
and
you
don't
have,
forget to follow Ghost Biker Explorations on Facebook and YouTube and everywhere that you get your podcasts.
yes, yes. And that's the thing. You mentioned it earlier. You were talking about how Facebook has changed where they drop the lives after 30 days if you don't repost them. And it's crazy. But
Yeah.
you can watch all of the past stuff here if you go to the Ghost Biker YouTube page. Like, follow, subscribe to that. I know we've got some interesting events that are set up to go on here at the jail and with Ghost Biker. We've already got the date for one of our rides coming up. That's going to be June 6th. We'll be making that announcement here very soon. But hopefully, we're going to have a few more motorcycle rides other than that one, but we definitely have that date set. It's the real big one that we do where we partner with R.M. Brooks from over there at Historic Rugby and have a jail tour associated with that. But again, hopefully going to have a few more of those. We got our Blessing of the Bikes date set. We've also going to be doing a special Partners in Crime walk here at the jail for Valentine's Day for couples and best friends or what have you, anyone that wants to come out and do something a little bit different for Valentine's Day. So lots of big things that we're going to be announcing and talking about here very soon. So, but thank you, Brandon. This has been so much fun. And
I had a blast.
yeah, and thank you to everyone that tuned in. The new folks that are on here, welcome and thank you for tuning in tonight. For all of the regulars, it's great to see you, and I really appreciate everyone who has spent their time with us this evening. So, Tracy says we got more people watching you on the TV there, Brandon.
It's weird. I'm on TV now. I'm on here. I'm on TV now. I'm on here. Now look at me there. Now look at me here. Now look there. Now back at me.
Right, you're on the actual one that will talk back to the people.
Well, I mean, if you yell
them.
loud enough, I'll talk back on the TV, maybe.
You never know.
Or if you skip your medicine, I'll talk back to you.
You're right. But yeah, we definitely need to set something up to get together this year. That would be
well, and I'm putting together some rides for our. I'm one of the American Legion riders down here, and we've got a chapter. So I'll be talking to you soon.
Right on.
We're going to be setting up a couple rides down here.
Oh, that would be fantastic. That'd be fantastic.
And also, if you are in the Deadwood area, please check out Deadwood Custom Cycles for all your cycles.
I was wearing my Deadwood custom cycle shirt the other day, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I love that place. I need to call and check in on them boys. But anyway, I like the cycle continues because I never catch your show at the beginning, so I've never seen that countdown.
Oh, cool. You know, I started that. I started the countdown when I was doing my season this past year, and so I'm totally changing how I'm doing this season of season 9. So instead of releasing everything in October like I've done in the past, right, season 9 is actually going to stretch out throughout 2026. So it's not going to be a new episode every Tuesday in October. We're actually going to have new episodes each month. They're probably going to be live investigations. Yeah.
That's better.
It really is. You know, when I was doing it every Tuesday in October, I did it because everything was produced. And so it worked out that way. And then I started doing them live because with the jail, we're so busy, especially in October. I thought, it'd be easier to do them live. Well, then you get into, I have to travel every week. And so I was working on Monday, leaving right after work, going to traveling to wherever I was going. And then Tuesday, and sometimes I wasn't traveling until Tuesday. And then we would go live. Then it was just too much. And it really actually, it was really hard on me this past year. And or just really came to a head at that point. And I thought, why not spread it out? I can release more episodes. And then when October comes, I'll still do something either like some type of Hell Week or something where there's something in a full long week, or I'll do it where I release some pre-produced episodes because I did go and film back in January for, or no, I'm sorry, it was in December for some episodes that's going to come out here later this year. So I'll be making an announcement as to when, because I want to give enough advance notice on these Tuesday nights when we go live. They will be Tuesday nights, and they'll
and
probably
plus it's easy, especially if you got stuff already in the can in the bank.
Yes.
Like you can take a breather.
Mhm.
Everybody loves your content, but everybody loves you. So don't forget, take you time.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a must. We've really taken off here with the jail and with rugby, and we've actually got a couple new things we're going to announce this year that we're even adding on top of that we've not been able to announce yet. At least 2 new ventures, and then just I help my mom out now that I live here in my hometown again, and that's been a lot. So to add on top of that, so it's going to be nice to kind of have. I never want to end the ghost biker stuff, and hopefully have more traveling and more events planned for this year. But I have to do it all within reason, and that's been the most important part. Yeah. So
I mean, and plus your content's going to start sucking. Like if you're tired, you're just not going to put. And then knowing you're such a perfectionist, you're not going to want to put it out, and then it's just going to be mental anguish upon physical. Take your time, enjoy it like the old days. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's 100% true, because you see it, and anybody that's an investigator sees it. It's like when you go to a place, you don't like to just phone it in when you go. And if you're just trying to check a place or check a live or an investigation off the list, you go in and you don't do that place justice. You don't do your brand justice by doing that. And then when you own a location and that is your job, is dealing with investigations day in and day out.
Yep.
You don't want to suffer burnout either. And so just taking that space, and because Christy and I both said when we started this, we were not going to do anything to get rid of our own personal ventures that we do.
Right.
It's important that Soul Sisters and Ghost Biker doesn't suffer, because honestly, I know I would not be where I am, knowing the people that I know, being as deep in the community as I am. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my own personal brand that I was doing. The rest of this just came from that. So, trying to do justice to every aspect of it, because this job pays my bills. The other really got me to this point,
Right.
So yeah. So it's been kind of challenging trying to find what I want to do as far as this is. And I really think the more I thought about it, it's like, why am I putting all this pressure on, since their lives, doing it just in October, when it could be a whole year thing, because algorithms change, formats of social media change. So it's time to stop and kind of change to see what fits what people like to see. And most of the people watching, when I have taken polls and stuff, have said they really enjoy the lives, and I love doing the lives. So, so I'm really excited to do that. So I just need to decide when I'm going to start it. If it's going to be something that starts in March, or if it will maybe be something that starts in May, and then I'll start getting the dates out as to when those lives are going to be way in advance so that people can plan.
Well, but it's such a cool spot to be in, because neither one of us would be sitting here where we're at without people like Nancy and James,
Absolutely,
Tracy, and people like that actually want to watch us.
That's what I say. Yeah,
Like, I don't understand why the hell anybody wants to watch me, But by God, if I can make you laugh, then come on. So,
Absolutely.
it's definitely, and all the people that you get to meet, that's what makes cons and being a speaker worth it. Because I hate
It
cons.
really does.
I'm
Same way.
exhausted at
Hmm.
cons because of
Hmm.
all the behind the scenes that you have to do. Speaking of cons, come see me at the New Orleans Paracon, the first ever
Wow.
Paracon in the French Quarter. It's going to be August 31st through July 2nd. Come join Johnny Zappis, Sam Baltrusis, Patty Negri, Litriana Tay Brown.
Ooh, July and August
Yeah, I told them that
in New
was.
Orleans.
I
Whew.
said that was about stupid, but I'm not the one putting it on, so I don't have to leave the air conditioning. But look, for the 2 night for the hotel and the general admission and everything, it's only $300 at the Crown Plaza Hotel.
Okay.
Like, you can't beat that for a base price in New
No,
Orleans.
not in New
So
Orleans.
it's gonna be fun. So,
Nice.
but I'm gonna be tired at that con too. But the people I get to meet, that's what makes it worth it.
That's the best part of doing any of this, and I know you'll really I mean, you've seen it with the events that you do, but I know you'll really see it there when you all start having a ton of people at Hey Good Meal of just I love seeing the groups that come in and the techniques that they do to draw this activity out. And I 100% agree. It's the people you meet that is just it makes it all worth it. It really
Yeah,
does.
yeah,
Yeah.
and all types. I
Mhm.
even like the assholes I meet because
Oh, always.
you know what? One, I'm gonna laugh at you, and number two, maybe I can learn something from you. It could be
Yeah.
I need to learn that I definitely don't need to get that mad in public
Yeah.
or something. But I can learn from you. Not that I've met many ass. Okay, that's a lie. This is ghost hunting. I'm in a bunch, but but the good people outweigh all the assholes that I have met in the paranormal world.
Oh,
So
100%.
it
100%.
it makes it worthwhile. But I can't believe people sit in and look at me for like an hour, hour and a half. But by God, I love it.
Hey, I mean, and here people are watching you for the last hour and a half on two screens,
Two
on
screens,
on
like.
TV and the small screen.
Well, and those of you that watched my episode, can you tell my head looked really big in them episodes? So just tell me, do I have a big head? Because it looked like, what do you got, James? I like my show.
Thank you, James. I do
Yeah,
appreciate
see,
that.
like it gets you plenty in the bank.
Yes, yes.
And then
That's
that way, if you just don't feel like effing with it that night, then
mhm.
don't F with it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
Because even if I do a produced episode, I'll still be airing it live in the
Yeah.
comments there. So,
Well, yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah. And but no, I appreciate that, guys. I appreciate all your comments and
thank y'all for watching me
encouragement.
on two screens. Those of you who did it. That's kind of, I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know what to do with my hands. It's weird.
That's how I feel when I watch Broadway shows. That's why I can't do musicals. I don't know what to do. I'm always
Like,
uncomfortable by the overacting.
am I supposed to sneeze the whole time I'm at Cats? Like, what's happening? I don't understand.
But yes, definitely you post your live stuff that your when you're doing events and stuff, you post that on your Brandon page.
I do what I remember.
Okay.
I'm not very good at marketing myself. So, but generally it is on the Brandon Cooper page, which I always have to give a disclaimer. That is my personal page, not my business page. So you gonna get my opinion. So if you are able to handle that in a civil manner, follow the Brandon Cooper page. If you can't, follow my Shaman Sundays Facebook page.
You'll get Brandon Light there.
Yeah, you'll get the light. Like, I'll put ghost stuff over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you want like the full unleaded whole milk version of me, come on over to my dumping grounds.
Remember, he is a former Marine and and a Southerner. So,
yeah, yeah.
You get what you get.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. However, if you would like to chat about it, as long as you're civil, that's the whole point. I will listen to your side all day, every day. Matter of fact, I had somebody that did not agree with me at all, and I know she doesn't, but she reached out to me so we could chat personally because she wanted to hear my side of the story. That's all I'm looking for, people. If we could just talk like humans, I think we'd be all right.
Hey, it's called adulthood, you know?
Yeah, but I'm going to still tell you, I like my tea with ice in it. Drink it. Sweet tea. It's cold.
Yep.
The ice keeps it cool.
Yep. Like it better.
You might want to shut this down before I damn keep going.
Well, like I said, we appreciate you, Brandon. We've got in the show notes, we put them in the comments here for anyone that's watching this on the replay or that's just skimming through the pages and looking for links. I've got links to the pages that he's mentioned where you can follow him, follow his content with a quick click, or you can go into the show notes and we've got the Facebook links to all of the pages. But what you're going to want to do once you go to those Facebook pages is either like or follow them or try to find more information, because most of those pages have websites and stuff associated with those as well. So,
and watch my show, Radio Paranormal, Sundays at 9 p.m. Eastern, which is the same time the Shaman Sundays used to be on. So this Sunday, our guest will be Johnny Zaffis.
Nice. Kicking it off. And it's Radio Paranormal?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just putting that in here. All right. So we've got that over there.
I think that's all down.
All right. Well, you let me know if we missed anything. We'll definitely add that. So you guys, you got no excuse if you're looking for content. So,
but if you're looking for good content, then you have an excuse. But if you're just looking for content to fall asleep to, check me out.
Hey, sometimes that's not bad. Having,
I'll be your, what do they call it? I'll be your SMAR, or what do they call that?
ASMR?
Yeah, I'll be your ASMR dude. I'll talk real soft to you and just tell you how much I appreciate you.
There you go. There you go. Throw a banjo behind it. Throw some falling rain.
You know.
You could do it.
I'm gonna do it. It's gonna happen. Stay tuned for the Naked Dome channel.
There you go.
Oh God. Turn it off now.
Well, everyone, thank you all so much. If everything goes as planned, we'll be back next week. I'm not sure if we will be doing a live investigation. We'll see how the weather falls, or if we will have a guest on that night. December. I'm going back in time. January 29th, we will have Davey Dower from, I hope I'm pronouncing his last name right, from the Haunted Museum there in Minnesota. He was going to be our guest last week, and so he rescheduled for the 29th. So stay tuned for that, as well as other announcements of interesting things going on. And come see us here at the jail while you can get extended hours. We are climate controlled, do have restrooms, and it's a great place to kick off the year with your investigations. Get the dates while they last.
Buy a bunch of merchandise too. Buy all their shirts and their hats.
Yes.
Kickstands up, baby.
That's right. That's right. All right. Well, until next week, everyone, hope everyone stays warm, safe, and has a good week. Good night, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Bye.